Well, darn all the bad luck. We're live. I'm planning on doing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, but it just froze. So we're going to close it and reopen it and hope for something better. Like, really, really hope for something better to happen tonight. Alright. There we go. And as soon as I can get to the menus, I'm afraid I'm going to have to kill the musical audio. Only the music, but I plan on uploading this stuff to YouTube, and I do not want to risk any copyright claims. So crank up my brightness a little bit more because my screens kind of suck. Let's see. Audio. Music volume. And I think music volume's probably the only one I'm going to need to adjust. Alright, graphic stuff will be fine. I like the fact that the lock mouse inside window thing is off on its own. Alright. We're going to go ahead and cut gore off as well, because I'm relatively certain that would also violate YouTube's guidelines. Alright, new game. And I will let them do that. I don't think I want to play with any of those adjusted. Nah, we're gonna make a custom. And put away my chips because it looks like we are getting ready to, get into things. And I think that's supposed to be female Kisune. So despite the fact that I haven't played this before, I have looked at some of the class stuff before. Just not everything. Mostly it was geared towards the high level class stuff. But I was thinking... Can assist? And wizard. Curomancer requires Vampire. Exploiter. See, I'm not familiar with Pathfinder. I am familiar with... Ooh. But I am familiar with D&D, 5th edition, Dungeons and Dragons, 5th ed, 5th ed. And that's pretty much all I know. But I mentioned my wish to have, a game that had Kisune in it that, was focused on that, like the actual lore from Japan. And he said, while it's not, focused on the lore, it is still, it still has a build your own Kisune character, and it has a lot of the flexibility of a TTRPG, a tabletop RPG. Benefits. The Losian Specialist Wizard receives 2 additional spell slots of each level he can cast. Maybe I should just look at a rogue. The Eldritch Scoundrel is an arcane caster. Neat. Or I can just jump into the deep end. Yep, Kisune. The intelligent build Kisune, rather than the charisma. Ooh, background stuff, huh? See, I don't even know if wizards are allowed to use armor in Pathfinder. I know in 5th edition, if you have the proficiency, it doesn't really matter. Alternatively, I know in earlier editions, even if you had a proficiency somehow, you would still take a penalty to it. And we will do Scholar Arcana. Or Arcane. Okay. Point buy build, huh? Well, that would be interesting, but not necessarily the smartest. Buy off that negative. I don't want to overly specialize. I know I need my int to be as high as I can get it. At the same time, I don't necessarily want to have negatives because this still runs as dice rolls. I think that requires 4 points, yeah. Ooh. But if I do this, I can focus the rest of my points on predominantly my dexterity and my constitution. That's fairly balanced. Knowledge world, lore, do. Ew, use magic device as a charisma base? Yep, I got 2 of that from Keen Senses, being a wisdom skill. See, I can only put 1 into anything. Interesting. But if that's the case... these have become both more and less useful. I get a feat. Neat. Alertness. Sounds like I'd need that one first. See, so from the sounds of it, I'm not going to be able to pick up a set of armor, which means a mage armor or equivalent would be definitely useful. Huh. Hmm. Ah. So those are feet based. Presumably I'll get 8 of them. Toughness. Aha. Arcane armor training. I think arcane armor training is what I want. And might not be able to get. Oh, I bet arcane armor training requires an actual, armor proficiency, huh? That means to get the most out of that, I'd have to spend 3 feats on it. But I was told you could rebuild your character a number of times. Some of those look neat. And if I had viewers, I would ask somebody to feel free to chime in on what I should maybe do. Huh. You don't actually list my, HP yet, do you? There it is. So this one has limitations, does it? And evocation. I'm going to be a bombing wizard. This is more interesting. +3 stealth, +2 perception, +2 on will save and perception check, 3 HP, 2 perception, nature lore and perception, knowledge world and perception, +4 on initiative and 2 on perception. So the hair might be nice. Or the lizard. The lizard looks good. Mobility, reflex, fortitude, persuasion, athletics, persuasion. So lizard it is. AC is kind of important. My opposite schools. We will go against necromancy. And we will go against divination. Alright, spell time. What, do I not get to pick my own level 0 spells? I guess not. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know any of these deities then. Any lawful, huh? Basically any chaotic. Neutral good, chaotic good, and chaotic neutral. Caden Kalyan. Alright, I like Desna. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Those are more cat-like. Get all Arctic fox, huh? No war paint, thank you. What's this? Oh, human form. Shapeshifter Doi. Yeah, okay. And again, no war paint, please. Face 7 will look okay, I guess. No scars, let's see. Alright, at this point I don't know what's going on. I really hope I'm not trying to pick a bunch of...
I'll take care of it. Let's shake a leg. Our time has come. We cannot be defeated.
Let us bide our time.
We will be victorious.
Pragmatic.
Someone else would make better use of this.
Looks about right to me. Make way, coming through. Fetch a healer quick. And I'm in fox form. I wonder if anyone will care.
We got a wounded fighter. Can we get a healer over here?
My, would you look at this? But why would you drag a wounded fighter into the middle of the festival square? Couldn't he be carted off somewhere else, like, oh, I don't know, an infirmary? Or an accommodating ditch?
Oof. That's mean. Remind me to melt his face.
Step back. Now, what's the matter? What happened to him? The wound looks nasty. Who did this to him?
You hear the stern voice of an elderly man, but you're so weak you can't even turn your head to look in his direction.
Demons, Prelate. We found him barely alive outside the walls of Canabris. The walls, you say? Enemy doesn't usually stray so close to the city. We'll get you patched up now. But first, You there, guard. Take his weapons. Bearing arms is not permitted during the festival. Wounded or not, everyone must abide by the rules. He can get his things back after the festival.
I don't like that. There has been a long military tradition of attacking on festivals, and a festival that robs you of your armaments goes against everything American in me. I don't like that.
O inheritor, leader of our troops, the sharpened edge of our blades and the unyielding strength of our armor, Iomade, I beseech you, grant your mercy, heal his wounds.
I won't give up that easy.
That's the Crusader spirit. My powers are not enough here. Someone call for Tarendalem. You then! Yes, you! Stop dithering and gawping and make yourself useful! Go and get Tarendalem!
Prelate, surely there is somebody else here better suited to running errands.
I don't care. Tarendalem! Has anyone seen Tarendalem?
Be quick about it before it's too late! Now, who are you? I don't remember seeing you before, and I have an excellent memory for faces.
I'm gonna give him my name.
That's the first I've heard of that name. Who are you then? What's your business in the city?
My dear prelate, please, for the sake of the festivities, stop interrogating this poor man. He's been through enough already. Go on. I'll take care of him.
All right, as you wish. You are our protector, and a dragon at that. So I shall defer to your wisdom. Be on your guard. Been informed he was wounded near Canopus. That means the demons are prowling just outside the walls, and the city is crawling with their spies. Others may be able to relax on this holiday, but not you or I. Not the defenders of the city.
Muttering discontentedly, the old man walks off.
Pry loose the grudging grip of pain. Cast off the veil of suffering flesh. Let light and life go forth in triumph to repel the skulking shade of death. There.
Manners, I think, for my option. Thank you for helping me.
Accept your thanks. But my work is not yet done.
Are you really a dragon?
Believe me. Perhaps I should retake my true form and engulf this square with my ice breath to win your trust. Pay no mind to my current guise. I appear this way when I walk among the people. I would hamper the festivities if I tried to attend in my true form.
That's actually rather kind of her. Who are you, I wonder?
My name is Tarendalev. I'm the protector of the city.
What happened to
I do not know
me?
yet, and that troubles me. I am not entirely sure what the demons did to you. This wound is no ordinary injury, and it was inflicted by no ordinary weapon. I have rid you of your pain and restored your strength, but only time will allow you to heal fully.
I forgot to update my stuff.
Certainly, but be careful. I have managed to get you back on your feet, but I have not, but do not be discouraged. You will recover, I promise you that. Tomorrow, come to the cathedral and say that you are expected by Tarendalev, protector of Canopus. We will find a way to help you. But for now, put this out of your mind and enjoy.
Wrath of the Righteous. There we go. Update that.
Festival. They are all too rare in this time of war, and merriment is one of the best medicines.
Alright, it's saving. Request? Ah, stop that. Right mouse button. Options, controls, keyboard camera rotation, let's jack that up. We'll leave scrolling speed at 75. Because now that I have a feel for it, I know how much more I want. Apply. And save, and then I guess we look at game combat. Yeah, we want turn-based.
I'll go ahead.
And let's see then. Options. Save setting, tooltip, auto pause, turn-based mode. Graphics, maybe? I'm looking for something that'll, you know, snap my camera to my character when my character moves. Yeah, I don't see anything. And he just wants to drink.
I know the way.
And he disappeared. Do not know what that command is. Well, maybe it's a knife for the knife throwing game. Okay. That one has an actual name on it. What else am I meant to be doing? Huh. Well, she's certainly pleasant. As is he. There's a thing to interact with. And it won't let me have my weapons. Of course not. Everybody's drinking, having a good time, but the demon spies never let up, so that means no fun for you, huh? How are you? Did Tiradiv help you? That they did. On days like this, it's as if the war doesn't even exist. Disna grant us peace, huh? Sockin' one? I don't have much of a strength score. That's a thing that's happening.
Behold, Crusader gods, behold Iomade, you poor imposter. Your city will fall to me. Your followers will feel my hunger.
I would like my weapons out of the chest, please, and thank you.
Locusts, leave my city!
Oh, that's not pleasant. She really is a dragon. She just got piped.
Let the feast begin.
Discari's here. Discari himself. Blimey! One minute we had a dragon, the next, bam, she was gone. What are you gonna do? Fight or flee? If flee is your plan, let me help you out. I've got a scroll here with a good protective spell.
I've seen you somewhere before.
You owe me your life. I'm the one who found you outside the walls and brought you inside to be healed. I see they patched you up. Good thing they did it before the attack, or else you'd have been done for. You must have got a good drum around the head, brother.
Demon Lord, huh?
Demon Lord, the most fearsome enemy of all Crusaders and all living things, Cometh. Who knows? Everything's on fire, crashing down around our ears. The place is crawling with demons. Looks like a whole army attacked the city. We're sitting ducks. Sure thing. Here, take this. Best crossbow I've got. The person who made it said it could pierce the heart of a demon lord even. Good luck! Try
not to get eaten.
A mortal gnat snaps its jaws at the Lord of Locusts. Behold, Ione. Behold the death I saw.
Did I just die?
The silver dragon, Terendaleb, the defender of Canabras, fell in battle. Hardly surprising, as she had to fight the demon lord Discari himself. He willed the land to part and swallow all who dared to stand in his way. But the war was still far from over.
Well, I chose to fight because that's what chaotic good does.
Holy mother of...
A small woman with messy brown hair winces in pain, uttering a stream of curses through clenched teeth. She is pinned to the ground by a couple of weighty boulders.
Hey, stay with me. You actually got pretty lucky. You fell down into a black hole. But at least you're not on your own. You've got a great companion. Everything's going to be just fine. Tell me something. Can you feel your legs?
I feel them all right. When say no to a little less feeling in them. My ankle's killing me, but my back seems to still be in one piece. My head, too.
That's all that matters. Now, we're going to... Hey! Fancy meeting you down here. You're the one that Terendaleb healed today, right? You aren't injured, are you? Will you help me get her out from under the boulders?
Uh-huh. Alright, I don't have a good athletics, but I have a great knowledge. So we're going to try that. Excellent. Alright. Alright, succeeded at a knowledge world check. You quickly find some suitable sticks and free the wounded woman from the rubble, without even breaking a sweat.
Look at you. It's good to meet someone who uses brains first and brawn second.
Ah, damn it all. I think it's broken. Oh well, I've had worse. I'll just make myself a splint out of something.
Fishing a piece of twine from
Thanks
her
for
pocket,
help.
she gets to work.
I wouldn't have lasted long on my own stuck under there. I'm Anevia Terabade, of the Eagle Watch. I was overseeing security at the festival square. I thought maybe spies or demon worshippers might have something nasty planned. What actually happened, though, now that I did not see coming. I don't think anyone could have been prepared for that.
That's why I didn't want to give up my weapons.
Well, I'm Sela, paladin by the grace of Iomade. I crossed the whole continent to come to Mendeb and fight demons. And well, I've been fighting for a while now. I don't even want to think what might be happening up there in the city. Canabres has lost the protection of Terendelev, and of the Wardstone too, looks like. It's a relic without equal. It was placed here personally by Iomede's herald, with the goddess's blessing. I really wanted to go see it, to pray before it. But there's no point worrying about a stone when there are people dying in the streets.
Yeah, things are looking grim enough, but don't lose heart. Wardstone or no, dragon or no, Canabres will never give in. Simple as. Well, we've introduced ourselves. What about you?
My name is
Good to
Thorn.
meet you. Now, tell us all about yourself.
Whoa, girl. Slow down. Exchanging names is enough for now. We don't have time to be swapping life stories. We need to find a way out of here.
I expected to have to pick more options. I mean, I fully believe it's always best to introduce yourself, but I also fully expected them to want a little bit more.
Now then, I'll hobble my way out of here somehow. The city ain't far, only 30 paces or so. That's if you're going straight up, of course. I'm afraid we're gonna have to go the long way round.
To summarize, there are 3 of us with 5 working legs, 3 pairs of decent hands, 2 clear heads, and 1 made of wood. That's mine. Underground monsters beware! Anevia, you stay behind us. You're in no fit state to fight. If we do come up against anything, the 2 of us will try to manage on our own first. Well, onward! May the good deities lead us back to the open sky soon.
I now have a party. I will probably just be using the portrait to click on them. Huh. Light crossbow, cold iron dagger, 2 ever-burning torches, a flail, a cloak of resistance +1, a long sword, and a short spear.
No mistakes.
That's neat. It seems I have my engraved lucky bracers. Equipped to shoulders. And then yeah, we'll do that. And then this character so. And then I don't get to use a flail. What's the bludgeoning on a flail? And then yeah, we'll call that a light crossbow and a light crossbow.
As it should be.
Who's there?
Okay, and this is Camellia, according to the text. The fine apparel of this young half-elf woman is torn and stained with blood, dust, and dirt. However, she holds herself with such dignity that you would be forgiven for thinking you were at a high society party, and not in the dank catacombs under the city. Her fingers grip her rapier's hilt with confidence, ready to draw it at a moment's notice. At her feet lies a dead body, so mutilated that at first glance it's hard to tell if it's animal or human.
Relax, friend. We're not demons or cultists. Don't poke my eye out with that thing, all right? We fell down here during the attack. I'm Sela, that's Anevia, and this is our new friend. We're looking for a way back to the surface.
I love how they replace my name with our new friend.
Really? I'm so ever glad to hear it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Camellia. I was also in the square when... I can scarcely believe it. How did all those demons get into the city? I thought, naively it now seems, that the Wardstone protected us from attack. And Tarendalev, I can't wrap my head around it. I can't argue with that. We're fortunate to be alive, albeit underground.
Daskari himself has come to Canobras. There's no mistaking that ugly mug. Tarendalev tried to fight him, but what could she do against a near deity? Even though
we've seen how powerless they truly are. Henceforth, we shall have no one but ourselves to rely on, I suppose.
Do you want to join us?
Certainly. Survivors should stick together. It's only sensible. Who knows what else could be prowling about in these caves? I don't know. He must have been in the square when disaster struck. I tried to revive him, but he was already dead, sadly.
He didn't get these wounds from the fall. Hang on. I think I know him. His name's Aravashniel, the egghead from the library. He was a good lad, even if he was kind of stuck up. May his soul rest in peace.
Alright.
Who am I? Just an ordinary citizen who decided to take a stroll through the square on the day of the festival. But that's not what you wish to know, is it? You most likely wish to know whether I'll be a burden should you ask me to join your group. No need to worry about that. I can assure you that I am skilled with a rapier, and I also possess some knowledge of magic. That's right. It would be the height of foolishness to survive a demon attack only to perish under a pile of rubble.
Let's see if this poor bloke has anything useful on him. Not to sound like a heartless brigand or nothing, but we kind of need all the supplies we can get right now.
Huh. Cure light wounds. That's nice.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
So that works like a scroll would. 2 scrolls magic missile, 1 expeditious retreat, and 1 of mage armor. Neat. Might as well add that down there. Your carrying capacity is greater than mine, by far. A spirit hunter, a paladin, and a wizard. I feel like I've earned more than 298 experience, but I also think maybe that stuff's been divided.
I heed the voice of the spirits.
Ready for anything?
And I do not have a light spell cantrip. That's okay.
Let's try
Save the
this
last
way.
one for me. I'll cut you wide open. The world in crimson.
How do I pass her turn? I don't think I want to.
Spirits demand your blood. You are today's sacrifice. Go for their hearts!
The light will take you!
I'll cut you wide open.
Bottle of oil, gold coins, and padded armor. Interesting.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Would you please keep this ugly thing away from me?
Oh, okay. It can't be used the way I was thinking. Doo-doo-doo. Full round action. 5-foot step. I wonder if dodge is an option. I guess not. Ugh. Oh. Huh.
The inheritors, guide my blade!
Oh, neat. Looks like this way is up.
They do great against our resolve.
The spirits demand your blood.
Ow. She moved just enough to make that stupid thing counted as a 31 instead of a 30. Great.
Into the fray!
Oh, hell. I didn't even know that one was there.
You are today's sacrifice! Go for their hearts!
Yeah, no.
The light, take you! The inheritor, guide my blade!
Well, that was no bueno.
Well? Matricium Turinos. Matricium Turinos.
Okay. Huh, she does have light and guidance. Daze. Dismiss. Resistance. She's got stabilize. And that's a level 0 spell?
Heartbeat quickens.
I don't like that.
Into the fray!
I'll cut you wide open.
I missed.
The light take you! No glory without risk!
The spirits demand your blood. You are today's sacrifice.
No, I can't just walk away. It's got to be here somewhere.
Huh. Attempted to stitch together a lizard and a man.
Good luck.
Lan, did you find it? Who is that?
The do-gooders here to save our mongrel souls, no doubt. Wait. They might know what's going on up there. If things are as bad as you say, then we all have to hurry.
You didn't come from the direction of the shield maze. Damn it. I couldn't care less about what's happening on the surface, but the maze.
I realize that you guys have your own troubles, but we need to be in Canabres. People are dying up there. Please, show us the way out.
This is the hall where we remember the glory of our forebears. Sorry about the mess. It doesn't usually look like this, trust me. Sometimes we even wipe the dust off the exhibits.
This is where the relics of the first Crusaders are displayed. Our lives are short. Our glories are quickly forgotten. But this place helps us to remember that we are just as worthy as anyone else. And that our lives are not lived in vain.
The first Crusaders? You've been down here that long? That's crazy.
That's none of your bit.
We're looking for a holy sword. It was here, in the center, sticking out of a rock. The sooner we find it, the better. Some kids from our tribe took off for the shield maze. They figured it had collapsed, and now it's their time to go up to the surface, like all the legends foretold. Except they don't have a clue what's waiting for us up there. They're not fighters. And Saul, the chief of our tribe, is dead set against it. He says that now isn't the time for the underground crusaders to take up arms. If we get the holy sword, we might be able to change the chief's mind.
It's a fool's errand. None of us will be able to hold the sword, let alone use it to save anyone. It's not an ordinary weapon. It's made from righteous heavenly flame and will burn anyone who touches it. You think you're special, lad?
I'll pick it up with my teeth and tie it to my hand if I have to. It doesn't matter. An angel's sword and a troop of stalwart mongrels will be able to work a minor miracle. Speaking of which, you're still here, Wendu, which means that deep down, you know it's possible.
Yes, there are other ways up, but they are far from here. And after the earthquakes, there's a good chance they collapsed. But the maze... There's a legend among our people that when the walls of the maze fall, that will be a signal for us, the underground crusaders, that the time has come to go up to the surface and fight the demons in the final confrontation. Until then, the people say the maze is shielding us from taking rash actions. I'm the only one in our whole tribe to have been in the maze. And even I don't know if it's true. But the further I went in the maze, the fresher the air became. That means that it really must lead to the surface.
When the ceiling and walls started shaking, the young ones in our tribe lost their heads. They figured the maze was going to collapse, so it was time to go up to the surface. They grabbed whatever weapons were on hand and ran off toward the maze. They think the maze is no longer a danger to them. They've been listening to Wendwog too much.
Don't try to blame this on me. Yes, I told them that our people are capable of making our way through the maze. In the future. But I always told them to wait until I had made a map of all the maze's dangers. I warned them 100 times. But it was no use. My words just went in one ear and out the other. It came here with its owner, a long time ago. 50,000 gongs to be precise.
70 years ago, in Uplander time.
Thank you.
50,000 gongs ago, our forebears found a dead angel here, along with the bodies of his comrades. The tribe gave them a dignified burial, and they were laid to rest with their weapons. But that the flaming angelic sword was stuck in a rock, and no one was able to pull it out. It burned to the touch, like real fire. So the rock was placed over the angel's grave. It should be here somewhere.
Maybe the angel will dig himself out and find the sword for us. That might be our best shot in this chaos.
Yep.
Lan, watch your tongue.
Thanks. An extra pair of eyes can only help. The sword will be easy enough to spot. It looks, sorty. Help us, and in return, we'll get you out of here.
Now we're talking. Let's get to work. It's a good thing we all bumped into each other, isn't it?
What, you want to find the sword quickly so the underground monsters bring you back to the surface? So be it.
Time's not waiting. What a find!
Yes, but what does a copper ring do, I wonder? Anything? Or is it just a ring?
Interesting.
Edible mush. Handful of gems, really now.
What a find!
5 grinding stones.
That is not far.
No, what is that?
I found, something.
Interesting.
Day 15th. Month Arduous, which is 8. Year 4715. A strange flash pierces the gloom, and Thorn feels drops of searing blood run down his chest. The wound healed by Turandalov reopens and weeps scarlet. But there is no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears, a cave chamber, this one or another entirely. Thorn's heartbeat quickens, and a stream of thoughts suddenly bursts into his mind. Thoughts that clearly belonged to another. Treachery, they betrayed me, trapped me, and stabbed me in the back. My trusted allies, my treasured friends, the people I swore to protect, the people for whom I descended from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. There they are, up ahead in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw any closer? Do they believe I am about to die from the traitorous blow? Next to me a quiet moan. A girl with a golden braid lays on the rocks, clutching her slashed side. She refused to join with the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Whilst I still have the strength, I must. While recognizing the foreign origins of these thoughts, Thorn intuits that he can control them somehow. Let us try to heal the wounded girl. A spark of healing magic illuminates the eerie, murky scene before Thorn. The wounded girl opens her eyes and whispers, Lariel, you said that everything was going to change soon. You said you and the other warriors of heaven would be leaving us on a grand mission to stop demons forever. Is that true? The frenzy of foreign thoughts comes faster and faster like a rushing river, and images flash one by one after another. update something real quick. Still okay. A priestess in colorful robes observing the stars. A young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword. A majestic golden-winged angel gazing into the distance. His face covered by a helmet, but his voice ringing clear. Only if you're willing, and only if you're able. There's no going back. Then don't waste your strength healing me, the girl whispers. Your mission is more important. You take care. It is near. There, in the vision of darkness in the cave, stirs into motion, something massive appears from within its depths. A vague shadow, an outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirruping and rustling emanates from the shadow, the sound piercing like hot irons. Lancing through flesh and bone, the traitors fall to their knees before the shadow in reverent ecstasy. I've not read aloud much. Ecstasy. And the wounded girl thrashes in her death throes. The yawning chest wound burns white hot, Thorn's head pounds with pain, and it is no longer clear whose pain it is. The person called L'Oreal who sends this vision, or the one unlucky enough to receive it. Knowledge Arcana. Success! The force of the attack, though originating in a vision, is terrifying, but Thorn is stronger. He shakes off the pain and torpor, but alas, the one who sent the vision cannot claim the same. He is broken and exhausted. A monstrous shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It is not real. It exists only in the strange vision or memory. But the thrill of fear it provokes is more than real. The shadow's features starkly resemble those of Dascari, the terrifying demon lord. In a movement as swift as thought itself, the monster's hand is wrapped around the throat of the one they called L'Oreal, foolish angel struggling on the rocks, like a fly with its wings torn off, intones the shadow. Its voice changes as it moves, shifting from quiet whispering to a sonorous shout, becoming young, then old, and quavering. Where is your goddess, angel? Where is her self-assured herald? How is it that you are dying here alone, so far from the light of your heaven? A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called L'Oreal. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow down before the enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand, bright, pure, flickering with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam through stained glass. Slash! The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh, and the monster recoils with a howl, releasing his grip on L'Oreal's throat. The angel falls back heavily on the rocks. His vitality is ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips the sword, and with his last burst of strength, plunges it into the rock. Thought angels weren't supposed to have pride. Pride is a sin. Thorin senses the vision is fading, the rush of thoughts diminishing like a river running dry. The last thing he hears is this: "You will kill me, monster, but this I know. This I know. But one day, someone will come here and raise up my sword. They will raise it up and save and protect the innocent." I'm more of a protector type rather than a merciless, kill all the evil type. The vision disappears, vanishing in a burst of colors. Thorn does not hear the final words, but he seems to complete the thought, taking it to heart. The words fly from his lips, and with them something else. The heat, blazing in Thorn's chest, fades away. The edges of the scarlet wound close, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Thorn sees the flaming sword in his hand, or rather its outline. The memory of what the sword looked like, with a final surge of warm, soothing light, the sword vanishes and the light is drawn into his hand. Thorn senses that it will return. All he need do is call it. Well, that's something.
Hey, are you alright? You were kinda glowing just now.
Sela kneels before the light, offering up a prayer to Imode.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
L'Oreal? That really was L'Oreal? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone.
The chief will be thrilled. He sounds like a bard.
You. Thousands of gongs and no one's been able to touch it. And now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood, no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
Lady, I am a Kisune. I am fabulous.
Now, Wentwog, don't be a sore loser. He is clearly different from us. The sword appeared before him, along with the angel's name and all that other stuff, because he doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil inside us. Heaven doesn't need to know any more than that. I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sol, you just refuse to face the truth. We are the way we are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the abyss. It does the same thing to plants and animals. There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
I don't know if I have the angel mythic path.
It's only us here. Your group, you, me, Wendu, and the light of heaven that sort of got, sucked into you. Any chance you can whip it out again? We do kinda need it. Sorry, I crack jokes when I get nervous, and when I'm upset, and when I'm happy. Anyway, what I said, it came out wrong. We need to bring you to Chief Sol. You can show everyone the light of heaven, we'll rally the tribe and go into the maze, and we'll get back our kin.
And what if he can't make it happen a second time? What then? The tribe will just say we're crazy and turn its back on us.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing. Heaven has truly blessed you.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
Yes, it's similar. But this light is more... golden? Chief Sol needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Canabras. Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
What do we have here?
Sometimes interacting with an object requires a skill check. A successful skill check, da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Handful of gems.
It is finished.
Uh-huh. Neat.
You've crossed the wrong
Let me
line.
draw the first blood.
I'll bathe in your blood.
Lon seems to be an archer.
You won't survive me.
Stabilize, daze, resistance, guidance, light. I need to get Carnilla outfitted with a bow. Wait, that was it? That was all you could do for me?
They'll beg me to stop.
There we go.
I'm all ears.
He's got a bow. She's got a bow. This one has a rapier and a shield. He is a Zen archer, and that is a fighter. The hell's that? Cat's Grace, neat.
I'll go ahead.
Uh-huh. Save game. Coal, gold. Scroll of light and inflict light wounds.
Open your heart to me.
Wonder if I can add that. I can. But betwixt you and me, that might be better to have. Spread it around a little more.
I know the way. We will be victorious!
Oh. That's here too.
Go for their hearts! I'll cut you wide open!
Oh, there's more than one of them. Joy.
I'll rip you apart!
Endure this!
Into the fray! The Inheritor, guide my blade!
The spirits demand your blood.
Oof. Three on the die.
You are today's sacrifice!
They'll beg me to stop.
A 5 on the die, really?
Make every strike count!
There we go. A decent roll, finally. Yeah, no, that's stuff I already figured out, but thanks for telling me.
What's that there? Do not fear! Do not waver!
Go for their hearts!
No glory without risk!
No match for me.
A light shield and a masterwork greatsword.
Rely on me.
A comma. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cutscene time. I wonder which choice is appropriate. Save game again. That's fair. If I lose my sword, I have lost a tool. If I betray my heart, I have died. Code of the Paladins of Imodi. Apparently I didn't leave any treasure behind because it didn't ask me anything. But I think this is where we're calling it for the night. I've enjoyed this so far. And I'm probably going to add more of these streams into my thing. And pretty soon I plan to edit these and upload to YouTube. Until then, good night to myself.